How to buy land in Ghana, the definitive process. This is the video you've all been waiting for. So you want to buy land in Ghana, either build a house or to make some money. Luckily, you know me, Dr. Jacob Whittingham-Vigurs, a property developer in Ghana, to guide you through what can be a rather tumultuous experience. Before we get into it, I'm going to need every single one of you to like, share, comment, and subscribe. It literally takes 2 seconds. First things first, get a real estate lawyer. Get an experienced real estate lawyer. Don't try to pinch pennies to save money. And note that not all lawyers are the same. I cannot stress this enough. Every lawyer has a field he or she specializes in. But sometimes in Ghana, there are a lot of lawyers who are kind of generalist. They'll take on any transaction. So find one that's a specialist in land. Number 2, run a search at the Lands Commission. Once you've seen some land that you like the look of, it's in the right location, request for a site plan and conduct a search at the Lands Commission. In Accra, there have been land title search reforms and policies in 3 divisions, namely Public and Vested Lands Management Division, Land Registration Division, and the Survey Mapping Division. All these searches have been consolidated into one search report. But just a heads up, don't get carried away when the search results match the same name of the vendor or the indenture for the site plan given. Leave nothing to chance. Google search on the name of the owner or the indenture given to see if there's any court case, because sometimes the land may have a court case pending or in progress, but the High Court has not yet sent the order to the Lands Commission. So the disputed owner's name may still come up on the records, but not necessarily the owner's. If someone I know end up losing 20k, I do not want you to make that mistake. Number 3, negotiate the price directly with the owner. Never ever negotiate the pricing with a middleman, agents, or so-called caretakers. They come wearing different hats. I strongly advise you to meet the owner in person and have one-on-one conversation. During the meeting, ask about the history of the land. Number 4, get an independent licensed surveyor. Hire a licensed surveyor, an experienced one, and take them to the site. Make sure the site is signed by a licensed surveyor, and in this case, your surveyor. Another good thing to do is to visit the land by yourself or someone you can trust to do preliminary due diligence on what's going on. Ask the neighbors about the land. Trust me, in Ghana, everyone knows what's going on near their land. Most land vendors have several acres, and when the buyer comes to look to buy, they can accidentally, on purposely, provide you with a site plan that's not actually for your land. Number 5, conduct thorough due diligence. Do a search at the Ghana High Court to see if there's any litigation or judgment against the land you're trying to buy. Also, do a search at the Land Use and Spatial Planning Authority, otherwise known as a zoning search. Your land must match the type of development that you want to build, otherwise you'll have to reapply and rezone. Long, don't bother. Number 6, draft a lease or purchase agreement. Once you're satisfied with the due diligence and want to pull the trigger, let your lawyer draft a purchase and a sale agreement to endorse it with a stamp. Make sure your name is properly spelled out without any typos, otherwise you won't be able to sell it later on. Typos are so costly in real estate. In the lease or purchase agreement, make sure to insert the provision or clause for lease renewal after 50 years. That way, when you're trying to renew the lease, there won't be any problems. Number 7, you need a witness. The 2 parties, the seller and the buyer, need a qualified witness to sign the lease purchase agreement as well. 8, test the grounds. Remember that earlier I recommended that you visit the site with a licensed surveyor? That should be your preliminary visit. I recommend you go one step further by doing some actual activity on the site, like putting up a wall or a fence or dumping a heap of sand on the land, and watch for a week or 2 to see if someone shows up to make legal claims. In Ghana, most landowners observe people who are observing them against any encroachment or title claims. If the land you're about to purchase has any disputes, the legal owner will definitely show up ultra quick. Number 9, payment. Now be very cautious about landowners asking for upfront payments. They always have a pressing need or something they need to be paid. Everyone's got a story. Also, never pay the real estate's commission demands until you're sure that the land is theirs and yours without any issues. Chances are you're not going to get any refund for any payment if you make it up front. I would also say without any hesitation that if you can, pay in installments while you're testing the waters. Number 10, register your land. Registration provides conclusive evidence of ownership that you are the owner. If your land is not recorded at the land registry, there is no evidence that you're the actual owner. So to register, first provide the Lands Commission with an endorsed document, including the land registration processing fee. If everything's checked out fine, the Land Valuation Board will stamp it, it certifies the registration, and then the registration process can continue. 11, the Internal Revenue Service. The Ghana Land Valuation Board will provide the IRS with all your land documents that you've processed for tax clearing. Once that's sorted, you'll be rewarded with a tax clearance certificate. That's not all, because this certificate will now be sent back to the Lands Commission for final registration to complete at the Deeds Registry. Number 12, land title document. At long last, the battle has ended. You'll be awarded the original copy of the land title document from the Deeds Registry. This original land title document shows that you are now the legal owner. It authenticates the name in which the land is registered. It also comes with an indenture or a deed of conveyance. Armed with this information, your ability to buy land is impregnable. All you need to do now is choose the land you want. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe so that everyone can be as successful as you.